Hey guys, this is Chrysilis, and I'm back again with another Dungeon Defenders video. This time I just wanted to explain a bit more of the interface and basic game structure. Now, I know most of you are probably thinking, why would you need to explain that? You know, like, I want a video showing how to do some crazy nightmare stuff or something, but this is for people that have never played the game before and could use that little extra leg up to get them into the game without having to go, you know, looking through all the menus on their own and stumbling around trying to figure out what does what and all the little bells and whistles of the game. So first, let's start with this guy right here, the Tavern Keep. Now, it's pretty obvious that this is a shop, considering it says shop right there, and if you hit E, it brings up the shop. Now, everything in the shop is pretty self-explanatory here, but under services, there are a few things here that you might not understand as a new player. First and foremost is the XP bonus. Now, the XP bonus is not like a percentage bonus for X amount of time or anything like that. It actually gives you free experience for 50,000 mana once per level. I think it's like 10% of your level or something like that. You just automatically get. And it's worth it at higher levels, but at lower levels, you might want to save that mana when you're struggling. Now, respec is exactly what it says. If you buy that, you can reallocate all of the points that you've gained from leveling up. So that's another self-explanatory thing. And rename hero, you can rename this character. Now, generate mana token is a relatively new feature. Now, previously you could only hold up to 2 billion mana total. Now, you can hold as much as you want by turning up to 999 million mana into a mana token. Each token then takes up a spot in your treasure chest, but it's still a lot more storage for mana than it used to be. Now, your hero info here, this is all relatively self-explanatory too, you know, your health, your damage, and all that other stuff. But as far as the item box goes, I guess, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory too, actually. Although, if you hit item info, that's how you can upgrade items. Maybe that's something I should cover too. Let me just pick a random item here. Here, let's go to this Hanyo. If you click on an item and then click item info, you'll see these little things down here that says invest all, and you can click pro mode and all that. If you click invest all, the amount of mana from the next level box is deducted from your hero and bank box, and you can choose any one thing to upgrade up to a certain point on that specific item. So on this specific pet, which is a genie, you'd want to upgrade the mana collection bonus. The higher that is, the more mana you get for just attacking enemies. It's just free mana. And after you do that, the level of the item goes up by 1, and you can repeat that process until the item is at the max level, which in this particular case is 57. And another cool thing about this is, at the final level, you can rename an item to whatever you want. So, you know, like you could just name that Super Genie, or, you know, whatever you really want to name it. But for the rest of the interface, Give to Hero is pretty self-explanatory. If you click that, that's basically the equip button. So if I hit that, that's equipped on my hero. And then I can go back and click on the other item again and click Give to Hero and it's back on it. Drop item, drops the item. Locking items is for the bank. So if you unlock an item, you can then sell it to the bank or whatever you want to do with it. But if it's locked, it won't let you sell it. It's just kind of a security feature, so you don't have to worry about losing any items or anything like that you don't want to lose. Now, the Hero Shop is a neat little feature. You can go and pick any items you want and add them to your shop, and other players can then come into your game in shop mode and buy those items. So let's just pick a random pet like this right here. Move the shop, and now we go back to the Tavern Keeper rather, sorry. We go to Hero Shop. you click on the item that you just added, and then you just set the item cost. So for this, maybe, I don't know, 50 million. We'll just put it up for 50 million, whatever. And then anybody else who's in your game can go to your shop and they can buy that item for 50 million. It's all automatic. If you want, you can click Enable AFK Shop, and it will just turn your game into a public shop. And people will just join for that purpose. You can just literally AFK all day. So that's that part of the basic interface. Now, this stuff right here, I already covered the basics of the summon defenses and upgrade defenses, but repairing defenses, I mean, as basic as it is, we can go over that real quick. If you place a tower, it can get damaged. And then all you have to do is, just like upgrading, if it's lost any health, you just click Repair Defenses, and then you click on top of the tower that's damaged, and it will automatically repair that tower for X amount of mana. And at lower levels, when you have lower charging speed, repairing might take a long time, so keep that in mind if you're getting swarmed by enemies. This hero option is for your actual character skills, which, I mean, really every hero only has 2 actual skills. You can detonate traps no matter who you are, and you can heal yourself using mana. But in this particular case, as an apprentice, Overcharge makes it so you can pretty much summon a tower instantly in the middle of a round. Now, the mana cost is increased dramatically, but you don't have to wait for the tower to be built. So if you need to rebuild a tower in a pinch, it helps a lot. Mana Bomb, on the other hand, is just it's a flat rate of 200 mana and sends out a gigantic AoE centered around the apprentice character. So it's a nice little way of doing extra damage if you need a little punch there. So that's about it for that part of the interface. There's really not much else to it. I mean, all the hotkeys on the bottom are self-explanatory. You have your health, your mana, your EXP bar, and all that other stuff, but beyond that, there's not much more to it. But I'll go over this real quick too. The mission setup. When you go here, you can click around pretty much, and it's just a simple level select. You go through these menus, you just click whatever level you want. Like for the campaign, as I did earlier, you just click the deeper well for level 1. And then whatever difficulty you want to play on the right. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, guys, it's a pretty fun game. It's well designed. The menu system is very simple. The whole game is fantastic. And these things over here, hardcore mode. If you play in hardcore mode, it's kind of like an isolated version of hardcore mode in something like Diablo. Basically, instead of being able to respawn, you just can't respawn when hardcore mode is turned on. It's that simple. I mean, it increases EXP and rewards, I believe, and if nothing else, you get extra trophies. Like you can see, that's cleared on Nightmare with hardcore. Survival mode is basically the in-game. Every map in the game for Quest for the Lost Eternia Shards and campaign has it. All you do is you click whatever difficulty you want to play on, and you set it to survival, and you can click mix mode, which makes it even harder but increases the chance of getting better loot. You can also choose pure strategy mode, which makes all playable heroes invincible, but on that same token, you cannot physically attack any creatures. It's all about your tower placement. So if you're really strong in the tower department and extremely weak in the physical department, pure strategy may be the way to go for you. But you don't have to turn on either of those things. You can play with just survival or without it or whatever, but that's pretty much all there is to it. And challenges are a little different. Most of these don't actually have a survival. You might have hardcore, but no real survival. You just pick your difficulty and follow what the challenge says and complete it. That's really about it. You can, I mean, I guess the other feature is the one right here. You can lock and unlock tavern pickups, which, if I throw an item on the floor, if tavern pickups are locked, only I can pick up the items that I've thrown on the floor in my lobby. So it's another security measure, but that's really it, guys. There's not much more to it. You know, you just have fun with it. I can show you another neat little feature here, a secret room. You just go up in here and bam, there you go. Got your own little HD TV. You got a safe. You got a little radio and some posters on the wall. Look at that. They even got a rip-off of Jurassic Park called Medieval Spire in here. What's juice? Yep. That's it. I hope this video helped you guys out a little bit, specifically Danielle. I really hope she got something out of this video, even though it may seem pretty basic, maybe a little too basic. Yeah, that's it. I'll try to make more videos as I go along and as I think of things that might help.